When you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again, and this is probably my fifth time doing it. This is a three-part redaction in my 10th fucking take. First and foremost, Major League Baseball screwed the minor leagues in 2020 after probably hearing whispers from one team partners because they have that weird relationship with the players union, which is completely weird. And the whole weird thing about the minor leaguers getting screwed over is that they weren't unionized and the union didn't even stand up for them when it initially happened. It's really got to make someone wonder, were there whispers of minor leaguers unionizing prior to 2020? And I think yes. But after cutting those 40 teams off, causing them to lose affiliation, which has to do with monopoly stuff, which is for a whole other story. But it caused 40 teams to go find new leagues to go play with. So those leagues that took those teams in, guess what? They got money. So here's redaction number 2. I said that the Owls didn't get the stadium because maybe the owner lost money, but that's not actually what happened. Major League Baseball gave the leagues the money, not the teams individually. So even though these local team owners now had to take on team payroll and trying to find coaches and managers, which was Major League Baseball's job, that was the whole affiliation part of it. Well, those teams didn't get any funding from Major League Baseball. They just said good luck. But now that brings us to redaction number 3. And this obstacle course they call a baseball field, and it's brand new. Well, I stated that Al Durso, owner of the Jackals, owned this piece of shit, but no, he doesn't. He leases it. And guess what? The New Jersey Jackals leased this stadium from the Board of Education. So then I dug a little bit deeper. It's going to be hard to picture, but the Board of Education owns this property, right? This stadium project has had close to $20 million in tax credits, and their pitchers' mounds are just falling apart. Which means because of where this project was, aka the ghetto, it can lose $1 million a year. And just because of the tax credits that it gets, it's still making money. It almost seems like it's a big washing machine for money, honestly. Because, all right, so the field is owned by the Board of Education, aka shell company for the state. This is the developer. They leased this field, aka the property, for 30 years. The developer then extends the lease from 30 to 75 years from the Board of Education, aka the shell company, because it got better rates from Goldman Sachs. And Goldman Sachs and Phil Murphy have quite a history because he used to work there. Just kind of want to add that in. And because we know it's in the ghetto, it's a big write-off. So think about it for a minute. The state makes the money off the developer for leasing the land. And the Board of Education is also getting money from the Jackals. And I guess they all get tax credit because of the area that they're in. And I guess Al Durso is just the face of the local businessman because he owns another team in the same state and in the same league, which is also kind of weird.